Joburg City Parks and Zoo will this morning green fence the Brixton Cemetery. This is part of an initiative to secure the cemetery, but also to green Johannesburg, we're told. But what does this mean for homeless people who are living in that cemetery itself? Well, our Linda Mnisi is there. He joins us now live. And Linda, I remember Brixton is one of those really old areas, and some of the houses there bear testament to that. Do the people who are going to be affected by this initiative, more specifically the homeless people at that cemetery, know about the plan, and do they have alternatives?
Well, a very good morning to you, Ayanda. While you and I woke up in our beds this morning, it's still pretty much of the same old for the people that have taken residence here at the Brixton Cemetery. You'll remember a couple of weeks ago, we were here in the evening really telling the story of homeless people who have decided to move into this cemetery for various reasons, amongst them issues around safety, because some of them had said that the streets had not become safe for them. So they've moved into the cemetery, setting up residents and a bit of structures to live safely. So what a typical morning looks like, I'll just step out of shot, Ayanda. It's pretty much the same. Overnight they would burn some wood to, of course, keep warm. You'll understand we just came from winter, and it gets really cold. As someone who's been here in the evening, it really does get cold. But pretty much what we understand is that in the mornings they would usually be woken up by the security guards, who would ask them to wake up and prepare so that they can also work. The people that come into the cemetery to work can, of course, assist. I asked them, since the last time we were here, has anything happened? Have there been attempts to remove you from the cemetery? And they say that about last week, Monday, there were, of course, some of the officials who came here and burnt a lot of their structures. You'll remember, I spoke to a lady that lives in this particular structure that you're seeing right now on your screen. She described how living here is like, and you'll remember there was a bit of something that covered where she lived, which is in between these graves. She described to us that, of course, that has since been removed. The cemetery is, of course, against them covering up the graves, but of course they would have to keep warm during the evenings. They had a mattress, but now, as you can see, they've had to make alternative plans. But of course, this greening and securing of the cemetery comes, of course, at a time when really there's not really much that the city can do. They're allowing them to remain here. So this initiative will, of course, look at securing the cemetery. The Johannesburg City Parks and Zoo has told us that there really is not much that they can do, but it really is one that requires various departments to really come together in trying to resolve such issues, as there are, of course, a number of issues that are faced by the people that live here. Ask them if they are aware of the program that's happening today. Already we can see the setup has already started on the other side of the cemetery, but they say they're not quite aware. But because she's not feeling well this morning, she says that she hasn't been able, of course, to interact with a lot of people. Ayanda.
Linda Mnisi, thanks very much indeed. We'll keep watching that story with you as it continues to develop. Linda Mnisi live to us there from the Brixton Cemetery.